Crum and Son. At your service.
Hello, my friend. Does the name Gregor Herschel mean anything to you?
How about that? Yes. Yes, but it's cheap at half the price. I have to make a living too, sir. Well, you seem to have the worries of the world on your shoulders. I'll do what I can for you. Let's see, that comes to just 50 cents, sir? A ship owner? See if he's known down at the harbor, sir. Cross the church square and keep going down. Best let sleeping dogs lie. By Christ, this business has the smell of sacrilege about it.
Pardon? Good day, sir. I was told that I might be able to get information here about a fellow named Gregor Herschel.
Gregor Herschel? That sounds familiar. Oh, yes. I remember now. He was a big-shot trader. Yes. He was in cahoots with all the Providence bigwigs. He had all dock. Good business. I would have thought there'd be articles about him in the Providence Gazette, for he caused quite a commotion in his day.
Good day, sir. Excuse me for interrupting your work, but do you have any articles in your archives about a fellow named Gregor Herschel?
It's surprising to see how Herschel still provokes a lot of interest today, but tread warily, for his is a tale of madmen. The last person to ask about him was Edgar Wycherley, an archaeologist. Gregor Herschel is a strange character from our town's past. He came here from Salem, where he had moved to from Oregon around 1713. He bought landing stages near Mile End Bay and made a fortune from the slave trade. In 30 years, he became the richest ship owner in the town, controlled a large slice of Providence's commerce, rubbed shoulders with high society, and got married to the daughter of one of its captains in 1767. He died in a fire at his farmhouse in April 1771, featured regularly in the paper from 1713 to 1771. Happy hunting, Mr. William Stanton.
Crumb Son, at your service. So then, young man, how's your research on Gregor Herschel going? Well, I've been doing a bit of my own research, and I've discovered that he traveled widely in his younger days, that he stayed in England and made 2 separate trips to the east. But for some strange reason, he shunned the company of men. Although he never turned away a guest, very few folk were able to find a word to say to him. Have a word with Blackfish. He'll tell you all about it. He lives in that small house down there.
Hello? Anyone there?
Be on your way, stranger.
Hello? Anyone there?
Be on your way, stranger.
Mr. Blackfish? Well, I won't beat around the bush. I've come to ask you to tell me about Gregor Herschel.
My friend, have you not forgotten something?
Such as...
Do you have nothing to awl the tongue?
I do not, sir.
Then get the hell out of here.
Well...
Yeah, that's right. Make yourself scarce.
Well, I don't want to offend
Well,
you.
okay, if you want to chat, bring some supplies. Why don't you come back later?
Crumb Son, at your service.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have something strong that'll cheer up a miserable fisherman?
You mean hooch? How about this stuff? This isn't easy to come by, the way things are these days. There are stock problems, and the suppliers are taking advantage. Not to mention the insurers. Yep, it all has effect on the price. But what the hell? I'm not in it for the money. I provide a service to my good customers if they show their appreciation.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have something strong that'll cheer up a... Here. Will that be enough?
Well, I'll be damned. You are a good customer, sir. I like people who show their appreciation. If you're in need of anything else at all, my pleasure, sir.
Y'all got the firewater, lad?
Here, and it's good stuff, too.
Good. So, do y'all know that at the time terrible things were being said about Gregor Herschel? He wasn't one to shy away from crime, and he must have made masses of dough. Everyone here has their reasons to look out for customs, my lad. At the time, the local businessman wanted to make a fast profit at any cost. Vessels would arrive in the bay at night, brigs and caravels overflowing with contraband, and secretly come ashore. You get the picture. Except that his cargo consisted of blacks from Guinea. They used to unload them to the north of Pawtuxet. There was a prison down there, a big stone building. At first, everything went fine. He wasn't the only one doing it, see? Except that one day, it wasn't just blacks. On that day, the Navy were out for blood because of a Coast Guard ship that had burned. The Liberty. They spied a big merchant ship with its lights doused, heading for Nakiet Point. They followed it, then boarded her. Ah, good God. I'd like to have seen the face of the customs officer when he saw the cargo. It was Egyptian mummies. I'll bet he was well annoyed, because of course, they were not illegal. As for the mummies, no one knew what they were for, my lad. Do you see what kind of things he was up to?
Mummies, huh? What a strange thing to smuggle.
That ain't the half of it. You know, the strangest thing of all was how often he used to replace his sailors. One crew would go on shore leave, some of them were laden with goods, and when it was time to sail again, there were always 2 or 3 men missing. The sailors are superstitious beggars. The tough sailors from the slave ships, pirate vessels, and the huge brigs of Brown, Crawford, and Tillinghast would make the sign of the cross when they saw the old man going into his warehouse in Doubloon Street. His mates and his captain detested him, but they were tied to him by the grip of fear. Nobody wanted to sail with him no more. His crews were made up of mixed-race sailors from Havana, Martinique, and Port Royal. Oh yes, the port of Providence has seen goings-on strange enough to make your blood run cold. Not more than 1 month later, 3 likely lads, not the type to miss a voyage, were due to set sail on the Gaita. They'd been seen the night before, but the next day, not a trace. The sheriff turned up with his deputies, the redcoats, and they took the place apart looking for alcohol. That's right, they didn't give a damn about the lads. Then Smith was asked to put a notice in his newspaper, but there was no response. I'm pleased you take an interest in these things, but you need more detail to get a clear picture. Tell you what, I know a lad who can tell you all you need to know. Arthur Prokop. At this time of day, you'll find him in the Royal Standard. It's 20 yards back towards the church there. Tell him I sent you.
Thank you, sir. I'll find it.
See you again, sailor.
Hello? Anyone there?
Be on your way, stranger.
I was sent here by Mr. Blackfish. I'm looking for information about Gregor Herschel, a colonial shipowner.
Well, you've come to the right place, man. It so happens that my father's great-grandfather, Milius Prokop, had close dealings with him. I should have some documents passed on to me by my father. Give me a little time to look. Let's say tomorrow. Same time, same place.